Hi, I'm Ken Taylor. This is my first video edit, so please bear with me. I'm starting on a project to build some parts for a sattley hit-and-miss engine. First one I'm going to build is a new piece for the cam follower. Here I'm just starting to clean up the piece of metal I'm going to look at using. Make sure that it'll clean up nicely. Now I'm doing putting a center on it, drilling for a center. And as you can tell, I changed angle with the camera. Don't know which one's better. Here I'm going to start trying to turn it down. Probably could have made this a little bit shorter. And sorry about the audio. It had a little bit of oil on it left, so it's smoking. Right now I'm using a borrowed GoPro to see if I can't get it working. Have no stand or anything for it, really. So it's I just got into hit and miss engines. This one is just starting to come apart and get stuff built for it where I can hopefully restore it a bit. It's got a couple of pieces with some wear that need to be replaced. There I'm checking to see how hot it is, because it is definitely can throw in some chips and stuff. It's not cutting quite the way I want it. Here I've changed things around a little bit. I'm going to try it with a little bit of cutting fluid, and I'm using the paste type, and it seems to work pretty good. It still produces a little smoke, but not bad. It's a whole lot better than the oil, especially when you have little asthma and stuff. You can tell I'm getting some strings off of this one, but it seems to be cutting nice other than that. So now I gotta sit here and try to clean up some of the strings out of my way. I hate long strings that wrap around things. They get dangerous. This is just a little Jet 10 by 24 PY. I've got quite a ways to go to get it down, and my belt slips a little, so can't do too big of cuts. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Here I am. I'm still cutting a little at a time. Didn't have anything closer to the size I needed, so it's taken me a while to cut this piece down. I think it's a chunk off of an old axle or something that I had laying there in the scrap pile. I don't have too big a scrap pile yet because I'm just starting out. So it'd been years since I'd used much on a lathe. So it's taken me a while to get into it. As you can tell, the strings are spitting off of it now. Having fun trying to even get them out of there. I have been known to use a piece of soft, heavy copper wire to help pull them out of there. That way I'm not trying to grab them with my hands. A whole lot safer. They do get sharp. Sit there and clean my area off a little bit. And it's a little warm, so I let it cool off a little bit and went and got the part I'm trying to remake, which is worn a bit, so I have to take it, measure it, and then I'm going to have to add a little to it so I can get it to fit the where I need. For some reason, I'm having fun trying to figure out how much I want to add, because the other part is worn a bit as well. Decided I better check to see how close I was. Still got a ways to go, but I want to make sure. Decided to adjust my feed and see if I couldn't get it a little bit better. There we go. Going at it some more. As you can tell, it looks to be cleaning up a little better with changing the feed. Finally got close enough to decided I better go get the mic and start micing some stuff. That way I can get it a little bit closer than what I could with the calipers. Yeah, it's set a digital mic, and I keep forgetting to turn them off and let them turn themselves off, which helps run the batteries down on them. Of course, that's the only digital one I've got, so. You can tell I'm not real fancy on this, and I keep sticking my arm in front of the camera. Also, probably don't have the best lighting for this, as you can tell. Started taking some lighter cuts, and the strings just keep coming. Wanted to get all that stringy mess out of there before I go to try to stick my hand down there to mic it again. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that's not a good place for the camera. Hopefully, one of these days I'll get something that I can put a mic with, and then I can talk to you as I actually do this instead of having to do a voiceover. Tell them, got it down a bunch and getting where I can start making the cuts I need. Got the camera in a little bit different position when I came back. I took a little break, and have to make sure it's not too hot. Otherwise, measurement will be off when it cools down. There I've got the piece that fits with. Want to make sure how much play I've got in that old one so I can know about what I want to do. Because the wheels, cam fowler is nothing but a steel wheel, but I want to make sure I don't get it too tight or have it as sloppy as it was. It's got to just have a place where I can get oil or grease on it, and if I got down to where I was wanting, cover your waves. That way, I'm gonna sand it smoother. Then it's got to be running on there, and in order to do that, cover your waves to keep the grit off of it. I cheat. That's a piece of the silicone matting that they use for baking. The stuff works great in the shop. My wave cover for my mill is made out of the stuff as well. Hot chips don't bother it. Oil doesn't bother it. It's flexible, and so it worked good as far as I can tell. Started out with the heavy paper, and now I've got some 320, just smoothing it out. And there again, I got my arm in the way. As you can tell, it polished it up pretty good. Now I'm going to clean it off. Somebody gave me a bunch of old cleaning solution pads, and I cleaned it off. Then I forgot to turn the camera back on when I came back to finish it up. So I did bring it out back, and here's the difference of the new one to the old one. As you can tell, I didn't get them too close so you could see it too well. Sorry about that. But there it is in the dill. Looks good. Turns, not much play. And I'll show you what the old one looked like. It was a lot of slop in there. And I guess that's it for now. Thank you much for watching.